What's up, everybody? So it's time for a new campaign, and according to the poll you guys chose, somebody in the HRE in Italy, and since I want to play something tall, that kind of narrowed it down to a couple of options, and since I'm already playing Portugal and going colonial, didn't want to play Holland, and Florence is another great option for doing that. So let's go ahead and go with the Florence game. I've already granted all of the privileges I'm going to be granting before I grant a couple more, and I'll explain what's going on and why I'm holding back, but let me just go ahead and show you what I took. All the monarch points, of course, got the normal stuff here in the nobility. Religious diplomats, because easier allies, great. Development of temples, because development cost reduction is always a good thing. These last two are really where it's going to matter. You see, I have the allow religious delegation because this will give me a button click to get extra opinion with the Pope, as well as complete any clergy diet missions successfully without actually having to do them. So this one right here, while I am going to make the Pope like me, I still need to click this button anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But here's the thing. Because you border the Pope's lands, because these two are their vassals, he hates you at the start of the game. He is very hostile. And that's even if he doesn't rival you. In this game, I'm not rival, but he still wants my land enough to consider me hostile. So I have to get his opinion up to over 100 just to make him to stop wanting to attack me and be a problem. Which means this helps me get to that point quicker and stay there. The other one is just 5 prestige and 3 Republican tradition for 15 Pope points, and I think that's absolutely a great deal. Now that does drop you to below 0, so that I can now come in and grant the patronage of the arts, and that will give me just enough of a boost as well with the prestige, but also it goes from 15 to 20 prestige. So it's better to pay that 5 and get an extra 5 back, so it ends up balancing out, than just to take the 15. Now let's look at the rival situation. So it's pretty stock standard. Let's see here. They don't really hate anybody I can start off with. Austria does not like the Pope, which might be nice if I rival the Pope so they can pick up Austria, but I can pick up Austria in another way. Instead, I'll just rival the people that have rivaled me. And yes, I did that just so you can, hate the fact it's not symmetrical. Deal with it. So I'm going to pick somebody that they are rivaled to that I do not care about. So let's go with Bohemia, because I'm never going to need to ally Bohemia. Scornfully insult them. And then I'm going to pick up a royal marriage with them on day 1. Now let's talk about our missions. Starting off, we have one where you have to have 12 Diplo power, so focus, and then hire an advisor. That one's done. The next one is simply have 2 allies with their capitals in the Italy region, which means, yeah, gotta wait, get the diplomats back. There we go. Saluzzo, that is one of the 2. The other one would be Mantua, and there we go. That mission's done, allowing me to have permanent claims over the state I'm in, as well as the state just above me. That includes Bologna, who you usually can try and pick off pretty quickly. Looks like that's not going to be that kind of a game, though. The other one I'm going to have to go after is the Pope. So the Pope is a kind of a bit of a problem. You see, I need to make them happy, and the best way to do that is to take an indulgence. However, as you can see, I don't have the money for that. But the moment the monthly ticks over, it drops. The reason why is it's based off of your income, and because I have a low tax modifier here, I don't make as much money, which means I can do this, and suddenly he'll be over 100, which means he will flip not hostile anymore in a couple of weeks. Now, you do save just a little bit of money by taking this after the fact. It's like 2 ducats, or if you think you're going to forget to do this, just grant this at the start of the game. It's extra tax income, and tax income is actually about half your income, so pretty useful. And then that construction cost button click that you can do over here, it's really helpful when you start building things like manufactories all over Italy. Now that that is done, let's go ahead and unpause. Wait until we can try and pick up the Pope as an ally. He should flip friendly any day now. There we go. It's exactly on the 11th. That's the thing. So now that that's done, I can attack Siena because he didn't pick up an ally in time. So I actually had to explain this to somebody recently. Fire pips at the start of the game are not as bad as you might think. If you're going heavy cavalry, completely useless. because your cavalry have no fire damage. But as you can see, while there is a difference, having 4 fire is not terrible. Because remember, fire goes first. So don't keep re-rolling if you have a decent fire general. You shouldn't have too many problems. Because the amount of damage you'll do that first round will generally make it so even though you do not have a good shock general, you should be fine. Walk over and stack wipe him and then walk back. Yes, he'll get a morale tick, but he should get stack wiped. Nope, he didn't get stack wiped, but there we go. That is worth it. Now, I do not need this advisor anymore, so I'm going to get rid of him. I need to improve relations with Austria. I need to improve relations with France, and then I'm going to try and also do it with Castile as well. If you do it right, you could pick up all 3 of them as allies, which, if they hate Aragon, that might help. It looks like in this case it's not going to, though. Which is annoying, because I would rather have picked off this land over here from Aragon before the Iberian wedding, but if I can't do that, instead I have to fight Castile, then I guess I'm fighting Castile. It is what it's going to be. I thought there was a fort here, but I guess I was wrong. That's fine. Now I just got to make sure I'm strong enough to attack Milan when I go after Bologna. Yeah, that sucks. Austria's blocking me in here. Maybe he'll help me fight Venice? Maybe. We'll find out. You suck, Austria. Yeah, I could call you in against Savoy, maybe. But I'm going to have to wait until after the Burgundian inheritance. He won't really help anybody in the HRE attack anybody in the HRE, which is semi-frustrating. Not too problematic, but it is semi-frustrating. There goes Siena. Core up. And now I'm able to rival somebody new. Who's it going to be? I don't really feel the need to go after Venice, but I guess I can. I mean, alright. Venice it is. And keep improving with Austria. You're really hard to get into, huh? I really don't want to lose the alliance with the Pope. That's the problem. It's just a little bit more annoying if they're not nice or friendly or whatever you want to call it. But, alright. Alright, fine. The Pope is going to be a problem. The Pope is going to be a problem. Fine, Pope. Have at thee. I will replace you with Naples. And hopefully, Austria. Much better. So let's see, will you eventually help me? No, you like him too much, but Hungary might. And I could pick up France at this point. Or at least close to it. There we go. Come on. There we go. Saluzzo. Let's dissolve that alliance. And now I just have to sit here and wait for France to finally end its war, which is going to take a while. And the Pope. You're going to be a problem. Let's get a claim on you. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Austria will come in and help me fight you. I mean, you just made it a lot easier for me to end up taking these guys out. So, thanks for that. I'm going to have to fight Milan and Genoa on my own, though, which Austria will come down and take on the Pope, and probably Naples will come up and help me fight the Pope, but yeah. I don't want to do that, but fine. Oh, I could take off all three of you. Like, I can attack you. Milan will come in and help. But if I can snipe you, leave one guy on you, and then go fight Milan, and come back and deal with Ferrara after Milan, is at least, like, have a troop on everything, so they can't recruit anybody, go deal with Ferrara, annex them, peace out Milan, and then deal with these guys, while the Pope War is going on. It's a lot of running around and doing nonsense, but I've learned that nonsense is what I do. So I want to just like tell you guys what's going on with... because I'm doing 3 campaigns at one time. And I've realized that I cannot consistently record a week's worth of episodes, even just one campaign, and guarantee that it'll be able to be uploaded on Monday when I want to, because I only have access to my computer for a little bit of Friday, which I can't always guarantee I can record during, through to part of Sunday. And if it's not done being rendered by Monday, it's not going to be uploaded really until Monday night. So what I'm going to be doing instead is for 2 of these campaigns, I'm going to be rendering them or recording them 2 weeks in advance, so that the 1 week can be done rendering and then play the next week after it's been uploaded. And during that second week, the stuff that's going to be uploaded the next week can render during that time. So comments, I will try and respond to things you guys recommend, things like that. But it's going to be a while before I can get to them, because other stuff will be recorded first. And that's going to be this game as well as my Korea game that I'm doing at the same time. Because you guys voted for both of those, and they kind of seem to be neck and neck, and just to keep things safe, I'm doing both. The other game I'm doing is Portugal, and what I wanted to do with Portugal is I'm a person that binge watches stuff, and I don't know if you guys are too, where I want to sit down and watch every episode of something. I don't want to have to sit there and wait months and months and months for something to resolve. I'd like to see the resolution. And if I want to break it up between several weeks, I want to have the freedom of choosing when to do that. So instead with Portugal, instead of doing what I normally do, which is record a half hour, stop, and go to the next episode for the next day, and do 4 episodes a week, I'm just going to do the entire campaign and throw it up all at one time. It might be broken up into hour-long episodes or whatever it happens to be, but it'll be in one playlist from start to finish of whenever I actually played Portugal. That's what it'll be. There won't be any ability for your guys' comments to matter, because obviously I'll have done everything. But then you can binge watch it if you want to. Just in case you're like me, because I have a feeling that I can't possibly be the only one. You know? At a certain point, it's the, no, probably not the only guy on EU4's community that does that. So what am I at with you? I'm at 2 favors. I forgot to start currying favors because I was talking. And you're at 4. Let's take Diplo attack. And I'm considering a 4th campaign more of just at my own pace. I'm probably going to do it the same as Portugal, where I just upload the whole thing, because it's the other country I was thinking about playing other than Florence. I just chose Florence, so. Just waiting. Hey, Diplo power. Always worth it. Don't care if Venice likes me, but Diplo power. I really don't want to develop you. Like, I really don't. But this button's not going to be available for like another 20 years. Which is a pity. How many favors am I getting a month? Oh, it's going to take me like a decade to get the favors, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's going to take a long time. Alright. It's that relative military power that's hurting me. But it is what it is. I know I say that an awful lot, but I think that's a true statement. I could try and go after Castile as well. I just don't think that's going to be helpful in any real way. I don't see them ever wanting to come over here and help fight anything. Aragon, yeah, you have no interest. Because I'm allied to your rivals. Or people you want to attack. You're at 6, so yeah, even with this, it looks like Naples is going to get there first. Which is fine. I mean, I don't want to lose... I don't want to gain any corruption. Fine. That's a bad choice, but fine. So is that too, but... There it is. I was waiting for that. Saluzzo. Fantastic, so it's far away from me, too. Fine, take some more money. I mean, none of these guys are really allied to anybody big. Except for Luca. But I think I might be able to pick Luca off. You're the big question. Naples might come... You might come in? Really? I didn't expect that. Let's pull you back. I'm not going to drop a claim on Rome. I'm never actually going to go after it. Well, if you're willing to, then let's see if we can get you with enough favors. Because this guy's malevolent, he's not going to help. But if I can get enough favors to call him in, great. So I have enough Republican tradition coming in for whatever I might need. The only other thing I can think of is when I go after Bologna, I'm gonna be fighting Milan, and then have him break his alliance with Ferrara. Oh no, he's allied to the Pope now. That resolves my issue there. So I'll set this up to vital interest. Come on, there you go. Because when I attack the Pope, well, no, I mean, I could co-belligerate Ferrara. That'll work. Though I don't know if the Pope will come in then. He might. He might not. But we'll see. No. I'd rather have the prestige and loyalty and all that. There goes that truce. Still not ready to go, though. Let's see if I can hire a couple more guys without going over my economy ability. Probably not, no. But let's just go ahead and mothball these guys, see if I can. No, I'm not going to make enough. That's fine, though. Let's see here. Naples, you're not willing to come in. Unless I promise you land, because you suck. Austria won't come in, because he's... No? You'd come in on Bologna. I mean, this is a dumb thing to do, but... Yeah, you're the Holy Roman Emperor, so it's because I called in against Milan, but... You'd actually come in on Bologna, because he's not in the HRE. What about on the Pope? Naples won't come in on the Pope, because accepting would destabilize him. Why? You hate the Pope. How would this destabilize you? You hate the Pope. I don't get it. You hate the Pope. Oh, that's why. Duh. Okay. Okay, you won't come in because you're now fighting another war. Who are you fighting? You know, you're attacking Herzegovina. Oh no. Hungary's attacking Herzegovina. Fair enough. I mean, I still got time before I have to worry about Austria, so... Well, I guess it is frustrating. It is not too much of a problem. So you will get Renaissance soon enough. Which isn't really soon enough, but it's soon enough, you know? Sure, France. Again, I hope you don't plan on me actually coming and helping, because that's not how this is going to work. I forgot to seize land. Oh well. Sure. I think given this current state of my Republican tradition, I think I'll take the corruption and the extra points. So, who else are you fighting? Wallachia? Alright. Poor Vlad. Poor Vlad. Though I think that might not be the right Vlad. Okay, it is now time for Austria to come and help me. But obviously, not quite. Let's pull back from you. Austria will come in. Austria will not come in. Okay, so this tells me I need to have that claim. And Naples will not come in because he's also fighting another war. Who are you fighting against? You're reconquering your cores. Dude, go. What happened between you two? You were allies. What happened? Did it break or something? It had to have broken, but I don't know why. Oh, that's why. I was trying to figure out why my income just vanished. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Just to get that mission done, too. Okay, you're done. So can we get that pieced out, please? I'd really appreciate that. Cool, thank you, Hungary. Not quite able to embrace it yet, but it should speed through the rest of these provinces pretty quickly. Oh no, he died. But we got a good heir. Take the prestige. I think I can push it one more month. There we go. He is really young, actually, so he might be worth keeping around for a while. Okay, Hungary and Austria have pieced out, so huzzah. This means I will not have Naples to help me out, which is annoying. Mantua won't come in because it'll destabilize Mantua. No, it won't be enough. And Naples won't come in because he's in another war that's not going well for him. Alright, so we got Ragusa. We got his two little vassals here. We got Switzerland. Ferrara. Alright. Let's get this started. Pick off these guys before they go and help somebody else. And Austria, I hope you're actually going to come in and help. If not, this is going to really, really, really suck. Let's get access through you. You're gonna get stuck on this fort if I remember right. Oh no, you can move right on past it. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Austria, what are you doing? Okay, you're up here doing something, I'm assuming. Like, I legitimately do not know where your troops are. At all. Where are your troops? No, you're up here. Doing nothing important. Like, at all. Okay. Keep spreading, please. I'm not in a huge rush to embrace the tech. Or to embrace the institution. I am in a rush to embrace tech. What is it, cat? What is it? You can't just whine. You have to actually, you know, respond and say what it is. Grab these 3 provinces. I'll still have more. Okay. I'll absolutely take everything I possibly can from you, Pope. Even though that's probably going to be the extent of what I can take, I'm fine with that. gonna be a couple more years. Huh. Come on. I appreciate it's a deserters deserting, or defenders deserting, but yeah, kind of watch it. I actually had some real progress. Okay, if I take this, yeah, it's a decent amount of aggressive expansion, but it's surprisingly not as much as I would have thought. Whereas if I take Ferrara up here, that's probably going to be a bit of a chunk. So... Hi. What? You keep whining at me. What do you want? You've had plenty of treats. This is the other cat, the one that doesn't claw me. Instead, when he wants something, he'll be right next to me, cry, and then lightly tap me on the elbow until I turn to him and I can figure out what he's actually asking for. So, much sweeter cat, but... What? He does not give up until you figure it out. So give me a second, I have to go figure out what he wants. I'll be right back. Yep, it was more treats. Alright, back to it. Sure. Obviously you're not falling under the Emperor, so it'd be good to have a Hungarian alliance. Probably not once the Ottomans decide to turn into you, but it looks like Venice is going to have a problem here soon. How bad is this? How bad is the coalition going to be? That's my question. Because it looks like it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Okay, another 9 months and it'll drop by 24 some odd ducats. I think that's worth waiting for. Because I shouldn't cap out in that time. Not with Diplo power. Yeah, sure. I don't want to do this. Because that means I'm like permanently not getting any papal influence. Whereas I know I can get the Pope to stop being annoying by just becoming Italy, because that forces him somewhere up here. I'll lose the money, I think. There's that. Hey, I got faceting. That's great. Okay. How are you losing this, Austria? You shouldn't be allowed to lose this. Dude. Come on. You can't be that incompetent. You're not allowed to be. Okay, there goes Rome. At least Austria's army's now loose to do nothing, but hey. Can't win them all, I guess. While they're not around me, let's upgrade them to men-at-arms. Sure. Yeah, that's a chunk. I don't think that's worth it. I really don't think that's worth it. mean, taking Modena so I can keep going a little bit, maybe, but I don't think it's worth it. Fine. So, I'm not taking any land from you. Can I get away with fighting you? I think I might be able to get away with fighting you. I can't, because it's the Emperor. Ah! Figures. Alright, well, at least we're getting close to piecing out this. Depends on whether or not Austria pieces out. That's gonna take a while. I'd like to have the money, but I'll do that instead. It's a lot of land, but I think it's absolutely worth it, and Naples is probably gonna break, but... And with that, that is going to be the end of this episode. If you guys are liking what's happening so far, like and subscribe. I will be continuing this game, but see you guys next time.